Well, since we got this hold hard mode, a lot of people questioning how they should be using their energy in game. Should they be using it on hard mode? Should they be using it on travel? Or should they even be doing these multipliers of ×3, ×5, ×10, or whatever it is, eating up all that energy? And finally, should you be just using your energy on a quick raid here and jumping a whole bunch of levels? So first thing I would say is figure out how much energy you get every day. For me, that's usually somewhere between like 500 and 600, and I would say whatever that number is, or pretty close to, divide that in half. Use half of it on your quick travels there, and then use the other half on hard mode. The big reason behind this is we still want to make sure we're upgrading those legacy trees. Whether you have books for that tree you're pushing on, or just using it on one of the other ones, everybody's got some leftover books that they can go and put into an R1. These things take a very long time to upgrade, and you don't want to kind of halt it just because there's something new in game. But as far as using it in that hard mode, first thing is, if you're not seeing this, I believe it's chapter 50 you gotta beat, or even 51. Once you get to that point, you should be seeing this. And if you can't actually go in quick raid, I think I saw somebody say that it's the difference of what your max chapter is minus 50 chapters. So if you're on 200, you'll really only be able to quick raid up to say 150 or so. I believe that's how it is, but don't hold me to that. And don't worry, even if you are like up in the 200s or so, this is incredibly difficult once you get past 160, so it doesn't really make sense to even try to play a chapter like that. Now, as far as quick raiding and skipping chapters, if you don't have time to play this, and yeah, I guess do it, but you really do want to try to go in and play with another player so you can get those extra rewards. And that's going to be those Cappy mutual aid tokens. However, it sounds like it's capped for about 5,000 per week, so if you're playing a whole bunch, not seeing it anymore, that's going to be the scenario where you've already maxed it out. As far as if you should be using that 15 energy, 30 energy, or even 45 or more, you really want to kind of just stick to the 15 on this. Beat the chapter, move on the next one, and just keep on advancing yourself. Once you get to a point where you're starting to get stuck, that's where you might want to go and start doing the 45 times on it. Maybe you might want to go into the chapter select screen on it where you see all the chests, pick something a little bit easier, like 3 or 4 levels back, but if not, find somebody that's a stronger player than you and then have them carry you through that chapter. I think in the next week or so, players will probably be getting to that point where they won't really need to worry about this, but in the meantime, if you do find yourself getting a little low on gold, go lighter on the chapters and go more heavy on your legacy. And vice versa, if you're sitting on a bunch of gold and you're not really having any issues upgrading, then focus on these hard mode chapters. As far as those packs we get every 5 levels that eventually turn into $50, I did buy about 5 of them. I think I have like about 300 bucks invested in these things, but they're really not needed. This stuff will gradually come to you. You can buy more of it inside the actual, I think, black market shop there has some. Yeah, it is pretty pricey, but the best thing to do is just continue to play this and slowly let these things upgrade. But hopefully that brings a little clarity to it for you there, and if you want to know the best way you should be upgrading your general skill tree, take a look at this video right here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.